Whatever. Is it me, or are the bags under your eyes even darker than during the last round?
Thanks for the concern, Kaveh. Even though I try to fall asleep, I can't get the championship.
I know the feeling. That happens to me too when I'm agonizing over my blueprints.
Do you have any tips for dealing with that?
To be honest with you, no. You could say there are many things that don't have a quick fix and can only be endured. I suppose you can think of it as something akin to an illness. Sometimes there's no effective cure, so you just have to let things run their course. I don't know what's stressing you out, but I can feel all the anxiety and pressure coming from you. The next round's about to start.
Oh, okay. You do your best too.
Looks like everyone's here. I will now explain the second round to you all. There are 3 ley line disruptors buried in the area around Aru village. These devices can imitate the effects of ley line disruption and will constantly interfere with the environment. Your goal is to shut them down. The first 3 who manage to finish this task will be awarded 4, 3, and 2 points accordingly. Note that each person may only bring a set amount of food and water with them.
Well, what do you think? Want to team up again? I shall consider letting you have the points on account of what happened in the previous round.
That's all right. I've been here many times, and in any case, machines are one of my specialties.
It's good to see such confidence in a youngster like yourself. I also happen to be well acquainted with this place. Let's see who will find the... But aside from us, you should remember that there's a favorite for Champion. We must be careful of him.
favorite to win. Who is it?
Shh, not so loud. He took first place in the previous round, and if he does so again this time, we may as well declare this competition over. I heard that you solved the Avidya Forest's leyline effluence problem with him not long ago. Since this round involves resolving a machine...
That's true.
He already has Kale, who is an excellent pupil. If he were to win this round as well, then wouldn't we just be letting him have all the fun? As his senior, it's my solemn duty to prevent such an inequitable arrangement from happening.
I'll get going as well. See you later.
How are you feeling?
I think I'm okay, but I'll take things slowly for now.
Is this all the water we're getting?
Sorry, that's what the rules say. While this round seems to be about how quickly you can shut down the devices, it's also testing your ability to survive in tough conditions.
I knew it'd be harder than I had expected. So we'll either need to find the devices as quickly as possible, or we'll have to save our energy and wait for an opportunity.
You're welcome.
Well, there goes everybody. So, who should we visit? Oh, right! Didn't Pharaoh's...
The sun is especially intense today. Probably not. I should go check on him.
Illusion shattered!
Yugle! Hey! Huh? Weird. The locator said... Tainari! Can you hear us? You're right! Huh? Oh no. Tainari, are you okay?
It's so hot.
Oh, so you passed out because of the heat.
That's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, my ancestors, the Veluka Shuna, were originally from the desert. But I guess this is what happens when a species migrates.
This isn't the time for a history lesson.
Humans. Such fragile beings. Your bodies can't even survive extreme changes in the environment. Here, take this. Let him drink it.
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Hey! You're leaving already? Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What's he up to?
I'm feeling a little better now. Thanks, you two.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us. Just now.
Found you at last.
Sino, you're here too.
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able to go on?
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed right off. I don't see any purpose in pushing myself beyond what is reasonable. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru Village and rest.
Really? So you're backing out?
Yes. I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy. Continuing to push onward would be counterproductive.
A wise decision. Let's get you back to Aru Village.
It's fine. I can make it back on my own.
Oh, stop trying to be so polite.
Flicker.
Shine down! By royal
How are you feeling now, Tainari? Do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can...
All right.
Oh, Sino and Tainari. And you've got the
Oh, hey, Layla!
Yeah, the sun was too strong. What about you?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite...
Withdraw?
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Al-Haytham did say that the act...
Didn't I ask you if you were alright before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then...
Well, I had to try, didn't I? So I tried. When I get back, I'm definitely going to make a batch of sun-resistant oil. Next, by the way, you're Layla, aren't you?
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the desert.
Be careful not to put...
Don't worry.
Feeling the pressure?
Uh-huh.
Your expression is similar to the ones I see on criminals' faces when I interrogate.
To tell you the truth, I'm still not sure whether Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me, and to be honest, even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this
So their expectation.
Yes.
To be completely honest, firstly, those who expect things from you do not. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is, as for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an I think you can also try to find a clearly defined... I'm absolutely parched.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll be all right. We aren't far from Aru village, so I can go the rest of the way myself.
Yes. All right then. Your spirit will live on through me.
Hey, don't talk like that. I'm not dead, Sino. Everyone, I'll be heading back now. See you after...
I'll continue searching for the ley line disruptors.
Are you feeling better now, Layla?
Yeah, I feel like some of the weight... It's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the all sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and When I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another boulder was added to the ones already rolling behind me. Every time Yeah, I think that you're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from dropping...
That's right! No need to feel so down!
That said, he did also say that he... Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time.
True. We should go look for the others.
You could go see how Madame Farozan's doing.
Okay, let's go look for Farozan! Have you made any progress?
You're just in time.
Oh, you found the...
Such a simple... Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal constant. Once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared.
You're a true expert, Madame Faruz.
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most.
Nope.
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. What about that boy Tiny... Oh? And why's that?
He's not used to being out...
I didn't think he would have such a weakness. What about the others? Is that Ratawa
Tainari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now. Sino just started his search for...
And what about Kaveh? Has he found a...
Byron doesn't think so, or our locators would have already...
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skills, you should have heard something. Well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here.
There is no escape!
Come on, stop following me! I already gave you all the food I had on me. You can cry all you want. I don't have any more food. All I have left is a half bottle of water, and I can't possibly give you that. Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult, and I still need to find what I'm looking for. Merak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
Kaveh, there you are! Farozan told us to come see how you're doing. What are you up to?
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long after I entered the desert, I was accosted by these fellows. I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds. And now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the area. The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply. Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
Kaveh, is this flying metal thingy yours?
That's right. This is my toolbox, Merak.
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy.
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a portable toolbox.
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a merchant group who had It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology still isn't fully Our current theories cannot explain such mysteries. Upon seeing such a rare, complete specimen before me, some time back I wanted to make an automated case that could store my offloaded items. It can't understand commands that are too complex, but it can serve as my assistant and help me with things like mapping and surveying. Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any attitude. Oh, yes. Thanks for helping hide the fact that I live at Al-Haytham's place earlier. I hope this season of my life ends soon. Things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried and left for Fontaine. Or maybe it all started when I spoke to Al-Haytham in the library. Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazar's burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Now that I think about it, I guess we're all unlucky here. It's not like any of you asked to be trapped in a ley line disruption.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the ley line disruptors?
Yes, but I can't just leave them here, can I? Oh, forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel a headache coming on. Time's a-wasting. I'm off.
Kaveh looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help. Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets himself into tough spots. Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of guy who'd be really easy to take advantage of. Whoa, someone's done already! Right? Wonder who it is.
Verification complete. Congratulations on being this round's first winner.
Ooh, so Sino was the quickest!
I am from Spontamon, after all. We know a lot about...
Since the Traveler and Paimon also happen to be here, do you have anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say? The bonds of yesterday will forge the road to tomorrow. With the ties of friendship that bind us, I won't lose to anyone. That's a line from King of Invocations, one of my favorite works, and it sums up my thoughts right now.
Tainari isn't here, or else he'd give Sino a good smack right about now.
Oh wow, it's already so late. Everyone's probably running low on food and water.
Something similar happened in King of Invocations.
Any thoughts on that, Alhaitham?
I have no thoughts regarding King of Invocations.
Nero obviously wasn't asking about that.
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end.
I wonder who the next person to find a disruptor.
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tainari forfeited.
He also forfeited not long ago.
Ugh, Paimon can't understand what he's... But, like Alhaitham said...
Curses. There's sand in my shoes.
Hello again. You know, it suddenly occurred to me that you guys have had to do a lot. Really? The desert's getting colder now that night's falling. Has anyone...
Sino's already shut one down.
I circled the whole area, but I did have the chance to think some more about that thing that... Well, my fellow Rataohist members must have all put my name forward for... But be that as it may, I believe and I want to live up to their expectations.
Huh? But doesn't thinking like...
Of course, that comes with some amount of pressure for sure. But that may not sound like a huge difference to you.
Well, that's great!
Also, now I think I'll just take a quick nap. Just a quick one. But the competition isn't over yet. Oh, Layla. She's really a bundle of nerves, isn't she?
Wait, you're...
Good to see you too. Ooh, it's nice to be out. Feels like I've been cooped up inside for quite a while. Well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. What are we... Let me see. Looks like she's basically gathered all the information she needs. Come with me, you two. Do you ever get the feeling that the ley lines have a regular flow? Similar to the way that celestial bodies follow fixed orbits. If we were looking down from on high, I wonder whether we'd find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars upon the Earth. Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's the same situation with the ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other phenomena. Plus, now that someone has shut one of the disruptors down, the contrast between before and after can provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think. This should be it, right? I'll turn it off. That should restore the ley lines in the area to normal.
Nice work!
Again, I didn't do any of the real work. I'm just wrapping up. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but once she's got her bearings, she'll go and report that she shut down this disruptor. Will you be staying here for a while? Or are you going to check on the other contestants?
Oh, time to check our locator. Whoa, it looks like Kaveh and Farozan are headed towards the same place.
Perhaps they're about to find the last disruptor. Also, speaking of Kaveh, he's an...
Huh? Why do you say that?
Before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a magic cure. Sometimes you just have to endure them as best you can until they run their course. But the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other self's. Kaveh, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he doesn't have a second personality, but somehow he still seems... I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's smiling on the outside, but there's no... Still, who knows? He must be more experienced than me. But back to the topic of wrapping up.
Oh, true. Okay then, guess we'll be... Kaveh and Faruzan were super confident at the start, but it turns out they're the last ones to find a disruptor. But between the two of them, who's going to get there first? Let's head over quick.
Quicker.
It should be around here.
Finally found it.
Kaveh? Are you?
Oh, Madame Faruzan. And here I thought you would have finished this round by now.
Faruzan! Kaveh! Oh, looks like Layla's already done.
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the same time.
Tainari and Hakai forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. Huh? That's weird.
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I fell down pretty deep and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to unlock the various mechanisms and return to the surface.
That's actually really impressive.
Finishing a week's worth of trials in such a short time.
What about you? Why are you so late?
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I woke up, it was already night. I used the last of my strength to come here.
A most curious reason indeed. But are you sure you're all right? You said you were familiar with the desert. But the way you handle problems... It does feel rather at odds with your title as a genius.
It was problematic, but that had nothing... The way I did things wasn't optimal, but I wouldn't have been comfortable not doing it either. My conscience would have weighed on me.
Youths these days. But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very certain that this is where the final leyline disruptor is, let's dig it up then. Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no doubt. What is it, youngster? You seem relieved.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that this round's finally over. There shouldn't be any more innocent creatures getting wrapped up in danger. As for the points, I guess we can draw lots again.
All right. In that case, let's all head back to Aru Village.
Looks like the second round is over. I wonder who is faster, Kaveh or Madame Farazan? Huh? Where's Madame Farazan?
She went to get water. She'll be back shortly. We basically arrived at the same
You get caught up in some things so easily.
I'm not caught up in anything! Don't make it sound like I take pleasure in having bad luck!
Really? Then should I say that you have a curious affinity for drawing lots?
I'll go get the box and slips of paper for the lots. Please wait a moment.
Oh, here we go again. Let's see how I fare.
I got it! Did you see that? I won!
Congratulations!
Looks like Kaveh's luck's taking a turn for the better!
Oh, finally! After all this time!
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations in the desert. This round's points are yours.
And with that, our second round is done. As for the current standings, Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The rest in descending order are Tainari, Farazan, Kaveh, and Hakai. The next round will be the final one. I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting new games.
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
Traveler, Paimon. I finally found you.
Finally?
Don't you feel like there's something off? When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, but no disguise can mask the stench of blood.
We eavesdropped on them for a while.
Sachin? He's apparently the sponsor.
Sounds like a rich The Eremites have been struggling to make, in their words, one gig.
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City all at once. Dia and I wanted to directly capture them.
I would have tied him up if it wouldn't have. Who's legally supposed to take?
If Sign thinks a million.
Not at all.
Yeah, don't sweat it. But this is Sumeru City.
Should you require our aid?
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Wait. Siraj with?
Hello, both. It's been a while. Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness. The growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost that—
Well, since he's got a—
To tell you the truth, we've thought about doing just that. Our only lead is something he once said. Each time assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the air—
So, they shouldn't know where Sachin—
I would assume not. Anyway, don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't gonna get very far in Sumeru City these days. All of that said, if you're interested in Sachin's, the sooner we ascertain his whereabouts—
Fair point. Guess we should start searching for him too, but—
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken academic protocol, so we don't have a I've heard that Alhaitham has now stepped down from his post as acting Grand Sage and is back to being the scribe again.
Good idea! Okay, we'll head back to the extravaganza.
Alhaitham? Why, what is it?
We're trying to track down someone and we need him—
Oh, I see. He's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never
Huh. Yeah, actually—
Let me think. To him, being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into. Do you guys know of any places he'd go after work?
Ooh, maybe. Paimon remembers that his house isn't that far from here.
Here you are.
Let's try knocking. No answer? Maybe no one's home. Hello? Alhaitham?
Oh, it's you two?
Oh, Kaveh, you're home!
Come on in, I'll get the door for you.
We didn't hear a peep when we first knocked. We thought no one was home.
Well, I can't be too careful. If someone from the academia came here looking for Alhaitham, and I—
You're pretty conscientious, though. So, what happens if some—
It's fine, as long as I stay in my own room. Anyway, why would someone just barge in here?
Fair enough.
What do you think? Who knows what he does in his free time? All that matters to me is that he's out— I wouldn't call it that. He's just incapable of saying anything pleasant. I told him how the second round went. I won the lot draw, remember? Because of good karma, of course. But him, being him— Oh, you wouldn't believe what he said after I was done talking! You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach prestige to seniority at all. What does he mean, manner becoming of an upperclassman? What, am I supposed to earn the title of upperclassman now? And he didn't stop there. He said, I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've managed to make it to this age without acknowledging the proverbial elephant in the room of your life.
Yeah, that does sound like something Al-Haytham would say.
I've had it with him. Every time I talk to him, it's the same way. Anyway, the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. I'm actually packing my... See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me, too.
Wait, you're moving out already? But the competition...
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm just packing early to get ahead of... I've got my new place picked out already. The moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my things right in. It'll take me 3 days tops to move. I now know what I have to do to achieve this goal. No matter what happens in the third round, I will win. I will emerge triumphant.
Well, we'll be rooting for you.
In what?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get caught up in internal conflict.
Meaning what exactly? Oh, don't tell me you think I have serious personality.
Oh, we didn't say that. But think about it. You say you want to win, but you...
Wait, what's so unusual about all that? I gave you my reasons. I would have felt guilty otherwise. Where's the conflict in that? Well, when you put it like that, yes, why indeed? It's a good question. I guess it's just in my nature. Plus, if I just did nothing, then there'd be no escaping the blame if something bad came of it later down the line.
But thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to mention that by helping out...
It's complicated. Look, let's maybe leave this conversation for another time. What? Sachin? Huh. I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and doodling as he went. He even suggested that... This is the one. Here, take it.
You sure he'd be okay with this?
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping himself to my beer whenever he pleases. And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see He doesn't leave documents lying around unless he's okay with other people reading them.
Cool, if you say so. Okay, let's see what he's got on... A lot of information. So, to sum up, Sachin put the academia in charge of managing his estate and went off to do research. He even said that if he really liked one of the contestants, he wouldn't just give them a reward, but his entire...
What? Are you serious? All of Sachin's wealth, that's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. Heck, if I got chosen, I could build another Palace of Alcazar's array. Except this time, I'd make it 10 times bigger. Oh, then there's that new project in Port Ormos, of course. The bridge renovation.
Hey, snap out of it! You're getting way ahead of yourself there, mister.
You're right.
Huh? Wait a moment. There's a loose slip of paper tucked in between these pages. Did Al-Haytham write this? It looks like he was jotting ideas down as he was thinking things over. Sachin, dead or alive, unknown. And diadem of knowledge. Some of this stuff is just plain incomprehensible.
Let me see. Huh. I recognize this script. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. That's a rough translation, anyway. There's another smaller line of...
Wow! It's so...
We worked together on a project once when we were students. The title was Decoding the Runes and Architectural Philosophy of the Ruins of King Deshret's Civilization.
Oh, interesting.
Who knows? The way...
Fair enough. Well, guess we've learned all we can here. Yeah, he better catch those crooks. But...
Whatever.
Paimon just heard that the Matra have arrested some Eremites who snuck into the city. Maybe they were the ones plotting to kidnap Sachin. Let's go to the Academia and check with Ara!
You're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you.
What did you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected... The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch, but then it starts to get messy.
What? Why would someone want to kidnap their own father? What's up with that?
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and round them all up. Would you like to come along?
Sure! Let's go get to the bottom of all this! Sure this is the right place? Something feels off.
I'm positive. But I don't understand why they're all unconscious on the ground.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit? It's this guy. He hired us to kidnap Sachin.
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with them?
With who?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated us for a bit.
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. Giovanni, Sachin's son. If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're done, I'm arresting them.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life. Not giving... As if that's not bad enough already, he went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia, along with a contract saying, that's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's mine, I'll just have to take it from him. Of course! Didn't he say he would be here somewhere? So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia doesn't agree to hand over the goods... No, the old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. He's probably... I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a madman's truly capable of. Diadem of knowledge. Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that same store. Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point.
What do you mean, something wrong with him?
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the... When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly and write essays day and night. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with him. Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps the man we called such...
Okay.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see Sachin, tell him this for me. Whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Thanks for providing us with the critical information. Do you still have any lingering concerns?
Yeah!
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the diadem, I'd suggest contacting the organizers and getting them to pause the competitions while we investigate.
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back...
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you.
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kidnap Sachin. But that's not important right now.
The diadem? The diadem of knowledge has been used in every Okay, here's the situation. In the third round, considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition. As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately. Let's hope nothing happens.
All right, let's... That's weird. The locator stopped working. Is the forest interfering with it?
I didn't foresee this.
I heard
Flicker.
Magic power flows through me! This body belongs to ice and snow. Are you here to play with me?
Midnight Phantasmical?
Let me amuse myself a little. Ready, go! The more look at me. Just once more. Uh-oh. This place looks empty. Did someone already take it? Well, we might as well head back and see if anyone's turned it in.
Flicker.
Oh, looks like Layla has seized the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
That guy enters the fray.
Horizon's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
It's Kaveh's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner.
Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
At long last, someone to inherit my estate. Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my child.
How do you know my name?
I am Sachin. Well, fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he. More cognizant. We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdashan Championship. But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only...
Me?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be 28 years ago. I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. Conflict over water sources. Robbing of merchant caravans. Exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day. Beyond the wall of Samiel lay a completely different... The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly.
So, did you find a way?
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to... I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, and even... But in the end, I found that it was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's very nature. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. But what I discovered was that history often... After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed, but before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part...
As I thought. The contract you signed with the Academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world...
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning you. The Academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so, with a handsome reward to draw...
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people.
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable...
You are highly intelligent, yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part of the whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence. I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of... And this, Kaveh, my dear child.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the journey that I could not. Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at
Huh?
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them!
Kaveh.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about me.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior to that. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. As the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained... For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin's wealth?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well, rejecting the world will achieve nothing.
All right. As the scribe, the sages will contact you in person for details on how
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. But what I do know is that by ending this here, we won't be the last. There will be more championships to come. Sachin's words can only cause pain. But we're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. It's the least I can do.
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You have long been aware of what... Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organized...
What? Please. Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates.
Congratulations, Kaveh.
Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out.
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And that... Finally, it gives me great pleasure. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as... However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate, and...
Sachin's estate?
So much, Mora.
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their life. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kaveh? I'm sure many of our...
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up to... Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics.
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card. Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
All right, I'll take the card. But as for...
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over.
I still don't really get it. The sum of more...
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speech.
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't.
I suppose. Oh,
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a...
why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just...
Whoa, whoa! This is a super big deal!
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue.
Well, they gave me this limited edition genius...
But it's a limited edition.
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble?
Oh, that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has...
All right. In that case, but now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, how about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million more at the very least.
Huh? How much?
1 million more?
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
1 million more for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these,
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty, but really it's fine.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience.
I don't want to talk about it.
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top.
Well, this is what they call... Paimon wonders how the other contestants are...
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting.
Really? Well, then, sure, Madame Farazan. Maybe you could pick out a few.
Farazan! Nilu! Even Diane...
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the... Madame Farazan here's pretty friendly. When she...
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And...
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style?
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks.
Wait. Madame Farazan's right. That style, if you don't mind. How about I pick some clothes out for everyone?
Sure. I'm happy to leave.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on...
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition.
Of course I do.
That's great! We can't wait.
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan. I can take the class you're teaching as an option.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study under me, and
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but...
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to...
Sorry, we can't. Oh, by the way,
I don't know where Hakai went. We just saw Layla not too long ago, but she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her. Are you gonna go and see what she's up to?
Ratahoa students? They must be... Oh, she didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that.
What?
I'm sorry, everyone. I could have done...
Oh, stop it! If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so close to winning the competition.
Aw, I just got lucky, I think.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
Aw, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of today's all about you.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. We haven't seen Hakai since the end of the competition.
side of the story.
Whatever.
Should join the Corps third.
Scores are the only clear measure of performance.
The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly why I took the position.
Looking at the scores alone only gives you one side of the story.
Wait. Huh? No. Whatever.
Scores are the only clear measure of performance.
Book learning alone is not enough to cultivate intelligence. All those scholars in the academia are prime examples. Wait. Huh? No. Whatever. There have been many poorly written applications lately. I guess I'll just have to reject them all.
Scores are the only clear measure of performance.
Not drunk. Not yet.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't blow it all at once.
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. It's high time I return the favor. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we come!
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Farazan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did.
Al-Haytham's gone missing in action, too. Huh. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace. That guy. Where the heck could he have gone? I still have questions about that note he left. well, whatever.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground.
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel he bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if
his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form...
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to... I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate.
Perhaps. I just think that if you
That's a good thing.
Thank you, oh my... It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a...
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here with us all along.
He's here? Where? What?
He lives rent-free in...
Oh, that was...
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating.
All right, enough about Alhaitham.
I did. In the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people that... Oh, are you free next month?
About what? I don't know.
Just play to your strengths.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's still hungry.
I'm full. I'm super full.
Yeah, we should do this more often.
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
good places around here too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love more than good food.